Alright, back for another day of working on Pro Gymnast. I am Wallaber. Pro Gymnast is my action acrobatic simulation game I'm working on. I'm making it in Unity. Pretty far along. This is my task list. Well, let's get into it. So, I got a list here. We're just going to try and knock out as many tasks as we can today. First up is a simple one, level location override. Okay, so the way, right now, the game has a built-in level editor. This is it. And, you can make and save your own levels, and players will be able to do this. So, like, here's an example level, right? And one of the things you can do here is you can set the location, like where the level takes place. So you've got the beach, you've got the practice gym, you have just a generic grid backdrop, etc. And this is essentially all the different environments that are in the game, including one I still haven't localized properly. I'm going to add that to the task list right now. Okay. Which is my nighttime scene with the cool spotlights on the player. Okay, but because basically I have the location for each level set per level, for example, so if I load up one of these levels, this one is marked as the beach, and so it plays in the beach, which is cool, but it makes for organizing a little tricky, because what I'm going to do here is have this first thing, Oceanside Pier Training Ground, that is going to take place at the pier location, the pier side location, and then these will be the normal beach, and then when you get over here to Tokyo, these will be that nighttime one. Oh, hey, hey Ziggy TY, please add the frog Ludum Dare prototype as a hidden feature. That's a cool idea. Thanks for dropping by the way. Yeah, the frog is a game I made called Wobble Frog, which was also a physics-based game where you had this little frog and you control a couple joints on the frog, try and work your way through the levels. Started as a Ludum Dare, or however you're supposed to say that, prototype, and then it turned it into a mobile game called Wobble Frog Adventures. I wonder if I could make that character into like an unlockable gymnast or a secret one or something. That could be cool. I'm gonna make a note of that just in case I have time. Easter egg. Right, so basically I want the actual location of the levels to be something I can set outside of the level, kind of like I can override the location of the level, so that if I say a level is in this particular pack of levels, it takes place in a certain location. Like for example here, if I don't have them unlocked right now, I actually need a cheat to do that. Right now, most of the levels I've marked as taking place in Tokyo, actually, when you play them, you're on the beach right now. So I need an override, which should be pretty simple. I already have a thing called, oh hey, cool, I'm Careless Labs from Twitter. I still play that game. This is looking great. Love the progress. Thank you very much. That's awesome. It's pretty rare to come across someone who's actually played Wobble Frog. I'm pretty happy with how it turned out, but it's didn't get the biggest audience in the world. So thanks. I really appreciate you playing it. And thanks for your interest in this game. It's been a long time in development, so I'm excited to be kind of in the final stretch right now. Okay, so this is level set. This is a class I've got where I can load from a file. I can show an example of one of these, like this. Super simple. Basically, it's just a JSON file. It's like, what's the name of this set of levels? And then what's the list of levels that are challenge levels, and what's the arena level? So I think what I'm going to want to do essentially is add in here an indication of what what background set this should have, and then I can have that data here so that when we load a level, we can reference this and work out which set to load. And I think the editor, yeah, has a function called load environment set. Yeah, so see right here, normally when we load a level, you know, we actually load in the content of the level, and then we find out what the level is, what set the level wants to take place in, and we load the environment. So actually this would be the spot to say override with the level set preferred environment. And I have level data dot instance dot, is it level data? Or is it selected level dot level set. So if the level set is non-null, right? And what would be another factor here? We don't want to be in the editor. So yeah, we don't. Okay, so if this is non-null and the selected level and is user level is not true. It's not a user level. Anything else in here I should look at? This should be covered by is user level, but we could say, well, we don't want to do this when we're editing either. Then we can do selected level dot level set dot. We're going to call this set name, which doesn't exist yet, but it will in a second. So desired set is going to be equal to that. Okay, so that gives us a chance to ignore what the level says, because I'm going to leave these pretty much all as default beach, and actually take in what the level set has to say. So level set now needs a thing called set name. So that's going to be easy enough. That's just going to be a string. And how do these names actually come about? Let's go look at this. So we have an environment set list attached to the editor. Here it is. And I think we're actually using this name, right? Let's have a look. Well, this environment set list has a name key. Oh, okay. I have a little scriptable object for these guys. So it's this thing here, set underscore beach, set beach beer. These are the keys we're using. So let's have this default to set underscore beach, right? Okay. And then when we load up the set, we're now going to have yeah, private. We're going to have another entry in this JSON file called set name. Okay. Let's call it environment name because it's a little confusing. This whole thing is called a level set. It's a set of levels. So we're going to call it, in the file we'll call it the environment name. Let's call it that. It's a little clearer. Alright, so now we can say when we're loading a set, we can, am I even using this, just noticing this is tutorial thing, is that, I don't think I'm using that anymore because I changed that. Yeah, okay, we can get rid of this. Okay, so you can just say if root data contains a key of this, then environment name, or no, I called it set name equals root data as a string. Okay. So now we can get that and that's because we're going to have this thing called environment name. So let's go here and try doing this. We're going to do so California 1, this is the tutorial. So the environment name should be set underscore, what is it? Oh, it's compiling. There we go. Beach Pier. So this one's going to be set Beach Pier. Okay. Then we have California 2, which should be environment name. It's going to be set beach, right? Because that's my default beach location. Okay. And that will also be the same thing for California 3. Okay, whoops. Okay, and then we have Tokyo, which should be is going to be set, did I call it Odaiba, I think? Odaiba is the name of an area in Tokyo where I've sort of fictionally set this competition. Yeah, set Odaiba. Okay. So, grab that. Let's go get the other Tokyo level set, which is severely lacking in levels at the moment. Okay, so now with that data existing, is there anything else I need to do? I don't think so. Let's see if this is going to work. So now if I quit out here, I go back and let's actually load. Do I have any progress on any of these? No. I've deleted most of my saves while I've been messing around with things. Here the depth of field still looks a little wonky. I wonder if I've got a bug with that. Let's check it while we're here. It's this one. Yeah, okay, so we're still like zoomed in thinking we're looking at the letter. Okay, that's how it's supposed to look. Okay. That has something to do with when you dismiss the story letter early. Let's look at this real quick. So here, when we call show letter, let's go into this. Yeah, where are we actually animating that thing? I forgot where I did that. It's obviously not in here. When we call show letter, oh, we're going into this, right, okay. We have a menu for it. Oh, okay. This is dumb. I am kicking off a coroutine here that's never going to finish because this game object is going to be disabled a moment or so later. Ziggy, you're asking what kind of environments will there be? Any weather, sun, snow, rain, wind, etc. So there's definitely no weather in the game. Right now I basically have, I think, 4 locations in the game. I guess 5 if you count the like generic one. Here, after I fix this, I can show them to you because we're going to test this in a second. But the game sort of ostensibly is taking place. The first part of the game takes place in Southern California, kind of like Venice Beach, Muscle Beach kind of location where they've set up this pro gymnast tour, kind of on the beach side. So the environment's kind of inspired by what that looks like loosely, and then after you make it through a bunch of the game, you get invited to the Tokyo Invitational, and you basically get a second major location, which is the Tokyo Bay side, and it's like a nighttime set with spotlights on the gymnast. This looks a bit different. And within California, I have 2 locations. I have a pier location that's kind of the tutorial, and then the main beach you've probably seen if you've seen anything from the game, which is the other one. And then there is a practice gym, but you can also build your own levels in there. Kind of looks like a big, indoor gymnastics gym, training gym. And then there's the grid, sort of just the generic one, which either you like because it lets you just focus, or you like because it's easier on your machine and it is less requires less graphics processing power. Okay, how am I going to fix this real quick? I need... the problem is we're leaving too soon here, which I think is because of this, right? Because in here, base menu, no, it doesn't do anything. No, wait, actually, let me think about this. We call dismiss, and we kick up a coroutine, and then what should happen is dismiss done will get called. So maybe the problem is we're still in the old coroutine. Oh, that doesn't make much sense. Here. Right, we have a timer to bring the letter on. Then we finally create the letter. We set up the callback, and we start showing. So really, I think what we want to do, though, is we want to do here, we want to do stop all coroutines. We also want to do that here. I don't know if that's going to fix it, but we'll come back. Okay. Might as well double check this real quick. Okay, so we're going to end up back in the editor. We're going to quit out of the editor. We'll get this, this thing pops up. We dismiss it. Okay, that did a little better. Alright, so let's go back here. Load one of these saves. Okay, so if we go into here now, any of these levels should be taking place at the pier location, which this is the pier location, so that's good. This level, also watching people play the demo, is too hard for level 2. Also, it has this really distracting thing with the trampoline down here where people feel like that's part of the way to beat the level, when really all I wanted you to do is do this and just hit release twice. So I need to either simplify this level. I probably should simplify it to like 1 jump, and then add this one where you have 2 jumps. And early in the game, I need to be careful not to have these like secondary objectives be too distracting. Like, because I have these other goals, like find the chalk or whatever. And in this level, I thought it would be cool to have the chalk be down here, where you have to like drop like this, get the chalk, and then grab back onto that bar. But ultimately, this is making this is pretty distracting if you're a first-time player. You get lost in this. Okay, so this looks pretty good. We got the right location here. Let's try a few more here. We'll open up this one. Yeah, look at that. We're in the right location. Whoa! Jumped too far. Oh, I need to redo this level too. Got some changes I need to make for the levels. Also want to come back and do another pass on the slow motion preview arc. Better write that down. Trajectory, preview, revamp. Okay. Cool. So it looks like this whole set of levels is now loading up in the pier location, which is what I wanted. And this level I've got some fixes to make as well. There we go. So this is, you can kind of see this is like they've set up the course here on the pier, on this sort of vaguely Santa Monica Pier style California beach pier. And then let's see, do we have enough? Probably not. I need 3 more medals. Let's get a few more medals real quick. I do need to throw in a debug so that I can cheat and give myself medals to to make it through the the testing process go a little faster. That was what, 2 medals probably? Yeah, 1 for completing and 1 for the time. Now, oops. Now let's play this level again and get the chalk. There we go. And maybe, just maybe. Oh, that would have been amazing if I'd landed it. Alas, I did not. Okay. So, now we have enough medals to go here. Now this should all take place at the regular beach. There we go, we're at the regular beach. Cool. Nice. Got a couple medals there. This one I think is relatively easy. Oh, what? Is this level busted? Oh, maybe not. That's weird. Oh, I think I know what the problem is there. I introduced that when I made some fixes in the last stream. Knocked myself out right before. Yeah, okay. I broke the bamboo slightly on the last stream. I'll have to think about that. I think I probably have an idea what I could do. Ow! This level's supposed to be not that hard. Come on. Right about there. Let go. Right, get the chalk. Don't be fit. There we go. Cool. The spin control tutorial. Alright, it's teaching you how you can tuck to spin fast and release the spin slow. So I want you to do a regular single flip. And I want you to do at least 3 flips. And then I want you to do 2. Nice. Okay. Slight bug there, but what was the thing I was just saying to? Oh yeah, bamboo first load issue. Okay. How are we doing here? Let's get some more. I wonder if I should toss in a quick debug. One thing I kind of like about forcing myself to play the levels as I'm testing here is that I end up noticing things that I need to fix. But it does mean that anything I want to test that involves real progression either takes too long, or I have to make sure I keep a save around that has some progression. Which I could do that. I could just... in fact, that might be the way I make a debug. Is just mark that there's progress on all that I've completed all the levels in the save. There we go. Yeah. It's probably worth doing. Okay, this one should be pretty quick. Oh, not like that though. Grab back on. Oh, darn. Okay. Let's just grab here, nice and easy, and right there. Don't overshoot it. Get the chalk, clip it, there we go. What do we got now? Okay, I made it to here, but Tokyo, I still need 8 medals to make it to Tokyo, which would be the next important test. Let's just try playing a few go here. This one, I forgot, I believe the idea here is you go on a leap across and hit that mat before. Well, I guess you don't have to hit it before. It is fun though to try and hit it in the air like this. Hello, Matt. Oh, I clipped it. Nice. Let's see. What else we got here? What's this one? Oh, right. Okay. This one, you gotta fling yourself across here, land on this little slide. Don't hit too hard so that you knock yourself out or anything. Grab this. Easy. Okay. And then just a nice easy whoop across. Get it? No. Alright, come on. Where did I put the chalk in this level? I wonder if I have it in here yet. Oh, knocked myself out. I wonder if I did something where you have to like go up over the top. Feels like something I would do. Let's see. Oh, what? Is there chalk up there somewhere? There it is. Okay. Alright. Alright. So, getting the chalk right now would be smart. There it is. Come around. Boom. Up and over. There we go. Now, catch there. Now all we gotta do is not beef this. Here we go. Give ourselves a little height right there. There it is. There it is. Come on, grab it. Alright. That got us some medals. Oh, this one. This one. Can I just cheese it? Oh, not like that. This level, there's several ways to do it. Kind of was designed where you would drop here. Oh, not like that. At the top of this, you would drop and then bounce off the trampoline. Like this. And then fly across like this and grab on. Oh, I'll take it. I'll take it. Okay. And then just casually drop to here. Man, we didn't get any medals there other than completing. How are we looking? We got 27, we need 30. Okay, let's play some more levels here. What's another fun one? Now this one's pretty stupid. Grab on here, fly off. Oh, well, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. Get the arms up. Nope. All right. There it is. And then we've got the momentum. We release here and get ourselves around. Oh, gonna be short. Gonna be short. Okay. Come on. Grab the bar. Grab the bar. There it is. Oh. Gotta let go a little sooner. Like that. Okay. I want to build up some speed here. Okay. That should be plenty, right? Maybe even too much. Too much? Oh, no, that's going to be great. It's going to be great. Just got to get to the bar somehow. Legs on. Grabbed it. Okay. Oh, this one. Drop. Grab. Oh, whoops. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Grab onto there. Get the height. Oh, no, 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 no. Can I pull another flip around? I can. But, yes, got it. Okay. I think that's enough. Should have 30 now. Yes. Look at this. Pack your bags. You're going to Japan. Okay, so now we can test this. Come over here. Tokyo Bay qualifiers. Now this level I may have marked already to take place in Japan, so I gotta test a few more than this one. This one you're supposed to go like that. Oh. Okay. Drop here. Boom. Let the speed happen. Flip. Oh! Too much. I wonder if I could make the spotlights a little bit brighter. Oh, that is a bad... Okay, come on. Here we go. Too much. Watch this. We're going to do a little whoop. Back flip. Catch on. Uh-oh. Catch on. Okay. Nice. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. Oh, clip my feet on it though. That was kind of cool. Flip it around. Grab it. Nope. Uh-oh. Knee hang. Knee hang. Nope. I wonder if I can knee hang on this. That'd be cool. Okay. Whoa. 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 I could almost make that. Wow. That's kind of cool. If I go like this, and then... Is that enough? No, not even close. Okay. Oh, this could be it. What? That's worthy of a replay, right? That was pretty cool. Let's go get a replay of that. So, which I already wrote this down, right? Yep, okay. I have a bug on the replays right now where you see while I'm moving the timeline, it looks good. Then when I stop, the spotlights zoom back over to where the gymnast ends up. So that means the script is still enabled that it doesn't need to be. So we can start the replay right about here. And end it right there. And let's do the new camera view because I think maybe it's a little more exciting looking. Cool. And then we'll just export that. So this is built into the... Oh, look at that! During export, the spotlights are not fully working there. That's a bummer. Yeah, look at that. Interesting. Right. Okay. That stinks. Yeah, look at that. See, should be spotlights on the gymnast right now, but they're off. That's weird. And on export. Okay. So I have to take a look at that. Alright, but that was worth getting a replay of. Okay, so now let's go back here. Right, most of these levels were definitely not marked as taking place in Tokyo. So as long as these load up as Tokyo, which they do, that is good news. This one you just gotta carefully fall through these opening doors, grab onto here, and then you don't have to do this in one swing, but you can. Just get across. Watch your head. To the mat. Nice, okay, cool. So our level override is working. Now let's test a few things. Let's go back here and go to the training gym. Just make sure we didn't break this. We did. Right. I think that's because... Yeah. We have a level set just for the gym, which is... Is it called training or is it called gym? Level set gym. So this one needs a location as well. Environment name. And this is going to be, I think it's just called set gym, but let's double check. Where is that? Set environments. The gym, so it's called _the_ gym. The other ones have a set before them. Wow, I'm so consistent. Alright, the gym, sure. And then, do we have any other level sets I forgot about? Let's look. Cali 1, 2, 3, which I just did. The gym, Tokyo, oh, and there's one called control test, which... This one, Actually, we should have this one take place in the grid, right? It's sort of like, it's not kind of in the story, it's just like a game thing. So that seems like that makes sense. So we want that to be grid world, set underscore grid. Okay. All right. All right, so now let's quit out of the editor here. Okay. And load up our save here. Let's go to the training gym. All right, good. And it is happening in the training gym now, which is what we wanted. Cool. Okay. Now, if we go here to load the editor, we're at the beach. That's what we want. If I load a level, like, let's see, do I have one? Well, okay, so like let's load this level. Let's set this level to be taking place in Japan. Save. Okay, now let's load a different level. Now let's go back and load that one, which was where was it? This one. Cool. Okay, so the level editor is still following the setting per level, so that's good. All right, so that's good progress. I'm going to take a quick break here. So, we did a level location override, and oh right, I wanted to test one more piece of that real quick, which is I just set the thing for when you test out the game controls. Let's make sure that's still working. That's a piece of the game I have not looked at in quite some time. So if you go here to game settings and you say test controls, it's going to load up. All right, cool. Ew. Okay, that's a little weird. This is just a screen that lets you like see what the controls do. So that's cool. It's working a little bit. Why does it think there's multiple start locations? Yeah, have to look at that. Because I do have this option here for single stick controls, which now map the Gymnast all to just the left stick. There's less things you can do then as a result. It is a little bit easier on the brain than having both left and right stick. Okay. Let's look at that real quick. So why... Control test level. No, that's not what I wanted. What is the word wrap? Alt-Z. Okay, so why level type is 2? What does that map to again? Let's have a look. Where's that going to be? Level type. Okay. 0, 1, 2. Free play. Right. I probably want to mark it as a tutorial, actually. Because I think that we'll do a few things. Let's see if that actually works. Should make like the HUD go away, but it might introduce some other stupidness. Let's see. Okay, come out of here, come out of here, game settings, test the controls. Okay, this is more what I was hoping for now. That little arrow is annoying. I wonder if I can disable that. Okay, cool. That is good enough to move on. Alright, so we did that. Let's do some other quick ones. I have a note here that you can pause the game during the level complete sequence, and that kind of introduces some messy flow issues, so let's look at that. So if I load up a simple level like this one, and oh, come on. While this is coming up, can I pause? No, I can't. This doesn't look like it. Oh, got a visitor here. Old spider visitor. Sorry, buddy. Okay, I was unable to... Oh, wait a minute. I was able to pause. Look at this. See, we don't want this. This is going to break stuff. For sure. Okay. What was happening there? Oh, I'm in single controls. That's why it suddenly feels weird. Okay. Man, I haven't tried playing the game with the single stick controls in a while. Oh, no. Come on, get it. Come around, get it. Oh, wait, no. What am I testing? Duh, I'm testing controls. Ooh, is that forgetting that? Okay, now we got the controls back the way I want them for now. Alright, so what's the deal here? Right here. Right, can't pause, can't pause, can't pause. Can't pause. Maybe it's just because here I can pause. That's the problem. You can pause while you're on the level complete screen. Unacceptable. How do we fix that? That's going to be in Manager Game. Pause. Pause pressed. Now why... Right, how does this get called? This gets called from the Gymnast controller. And here. But that's okay. We want that one. So is this coming from the Gymnast controller? That should only happen if the Gymnast is the input owner, which it shouldn't be. Let's see if that's where this is happening though. So let's put a breakpoint here. Okay. Alright, now let's go in here. Load up a level. Sure, this one again. Why not? Okay. So we complete the level. We watch the complete screen. We're on the level complete menu. We hit pause. Ooh, okay. So we are making it into here. So input owner is currently set to the Gymnast, when it should be set to the level complete, right? So how is that happening? So right here, we push the... We do that. Right there we do it when you go to the pause menu. We pop the pause menu owner there. Reset. Watch replay, retry. Okay, and then level complete pops it there. There. Here is, ooh, what is this? This is in start game. Okay, that seems correct. Okay, so I think where do we show is this the only place we actually show the menu? Oh, right here we do as well. And we're not setting input owner, push owner. Oops. That game object. Okay. So that probably will fix this. Let's test it. Okay, so come in to the editor. Come on, okay. Load a level. This one. Play it. Can't pause here. Make it to the level results screen. Can't pause anymore. Good. Okay. Now if we play again, we can pause. We have control back. That's good. Retry. Let's just try this again. Spamming pause, 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 pause. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Okay. Go to the replay. Mess around in the replay. Exit. Play this level again. We still have control. We can pause. Cool. Okay. Check. Alright. Let's see. What should we do next? Okay, here's a good one to just kind of... as I've been going back and editing and working on levels in the game, I'm using a flow in the level editor that I haven't used in a while. And one of the annoying things was you mess around, you make a level, you move the start position of the gymnast to some random position or something, and then you hit clear all, just build a new level, and it just leaves the gymnast off in space somewhere. It should put it back to its like default start position. So we're gonna go here and find what actually is, oh, it's probably data action, save, load, new. So I think that's gonna be this one, new scene. What does this do? Cleans up the scene, resets to no save file. Right. And do we have... We do. We have a gymnast start position reference, so we can just kind of reset that. Let's actually... Okay, so reset gymnast start position. We should also reset the cursor position. Okay. So let's go find where we set this. Oh, okay, that's just something that's set in the inspector. Okay. So what we want to do is we need to remember kind of our default start position, which is going to be the position it is in the scene. So we'll just keep this simple and say we're going to add a private vector3 m gymnast default start position. And then we'll also do private vector3 m cursor default start position. So I think we're not resetting the cursor either. Okay, so now here in start, cache scene default positions. So this is going to be our gymnast start position ref dot position, and this is going to be main cursor ref dot transform dot position. Right, because I don't think the editor cursor already does that. Can make sure here. Like, I don't think this has like a reset or anything, does it? I don't think so. Okay. Okay, so now we can go to our new scene. And we can set the gymnast start position reference dot position equals default gymnast start position, and then we can say main cursor reference dot transform dot position equals default cursor. Okay. Is that enough to do it? Let's see. Okay, so to test this, first of all, let's just move over here and then say clear all, clear all. Okay, we're back to here. That looks pretty good. Let's, ooh, okay. The cursor is caching its position, it looks like. So we need a way to force its position. Yeah, okay. So we can just do public void teleport vector3 position, and then we can say transform dot position equals pause, and then m pause position accumulation equals that same position. Do we want to snap? I don't think so. I think it's okay. Then we gotta go back here, and instead of doing this, we're gonna do dot teleport. Okay. Let's test that. All right. So now we move the gymnast around some random position and rotation, put the cursor way over here, and then we're like, okay, we want to start over. And okay, that's pretty good, except I probably should reset the rotation on the gymnast. So let's do that. Just reset that. Oh, hey, GDK9. Hey, yo, what are you working on? Hi. My name is Wallaber. I'm most well known as the creator of Jellycar and also a mobile game called Where's My Water from back in the day. I am working on, in Unity, a gymnastics simulation game. I don't know if you've ever heard of a game called Trials HD, which is that game where from like a side view you drive a motorcycle and you try and like, you know, make it through the course. So this game is kind of like that, with a little bit of QWOP thrown in and a gymnastics theme. So you get levels like this. You got a gymnast here. I can control the gymnast directly with the thumbsticks. One thumbstick is the legs, one is the arms. And by manipulating those, I can flail like that, or I can flip around and catch onto things. And you know, your goal is generally to try and make it to the end of the level, and then progress on to further levels. There's additional objectives on the levels as well, like beating the level faster than some par time, or beating the level with a higher score than some threshold score, or finding the hidden chalk in the level, which is a little bit kind of like a Tony Hawk like kind of thing. Oh, there. So this level I would just need to get over to that gray mat and land on it. What you see here is the level editor, which I use to make all the levels in the game, and is also comes with the game, so players can mess around and make their own levels as well. Yeah. And right now I'm just working my way through my task list here of things to do. One of which was this bug where you build a level like this, you're messing around, let's say you like end up changing it and you say, I'm gonna have the gymnast like fall straight down and catch onto this bar, right? Or not, right? The timing is not great there. I could probably get it to work though if I set the gymnast up higher so the bar's swinging back. Let's see. Not quite. Look how close that was. Oh my gosh. Okay. This might be it. Let's see how much of the level we can skip. Oh, okay. A little higher so that that bar will have swung a little more. Oh my god. You're kidding me. Okay, this is the one. This is it. Here we go. Here we go. Grab the bar. Boom. Huge swing. Huh. Oh my gosh. Oh, oh, oh. Okay, wait, hang on. We gotta try that again. Here we go. Here we go. Catch on. Oh, I think I was going so fast that my hands cheesed right through it, which is potentially a problem. There we go. Okay. Oh, that's really high. Let's throw in some twists. Boink. That's pretty cool. I'm gonna have to grab a replay of that. Let's see, it was this one, right? Come down, catch. Yeah, okay, so like, start about here. And we need all that fun mat falling on me at the end there. Let's do this with a custom camera here. Like, can we sort of just like, maybe do it like this? Like, get just a little bit of the beach in the background. There we go. Camera angle like that. And let's make this into a GIF. Here we go. Nice. Let's actually grab a high quality export while we're at it. 1, 2, 3 flips, couple twists, and then a biff at the end. But hey, the confetti doesn't care. You touch the mat, you complete the level. Let's see. Let's do. Let's look at it from this angle. That's pretty good too. I feel like I'm gonna want that. This replay feature is pretty cool. In fact, you can mess around and do a variety of different things with it. Like, for example, we could make a simple little kind of like edit out of this. So if I go here and say, okay, this is the start point of the clip, and then we're gonna go all the way to like right here, and then that we're gonna end that, and this is gonna be from like the drone view, like that. And then we can go over here and say add, and click add clip, and now we'll add a clip that starts, say, back here and goes all the way like this up to here, right here. And that's gonna be the ground handheld view, like that. Okay, then we'll add another clip. This is gonna be from the telephoto view, and it's just be like, wait, no, let's get the flipping part, like right here. So it's gonna start here, end right here. And this one's going to be 25% speed. And then we go to a free cam over here, like this. Maybe like looking up, like really low angle, like that. Okay, and that one is going to start. Oh, wait a minute, actually. Let's go over a little bit. Okay, that one's going to start there. Boom, boom. And right there. Put this back to 100% speed. Okay, and then the final one is going to be... I don't think I can do two different free cams. I haven't thought about that, actually. So we'll go back to this view, though. Start here. Boom. End. Okay. Now, in theory, you can edit this whole thing out as a clip. So we see that view to there, then we cut to this view. And we get our slow-mo in the sky. Cut to the wide view. Boom. Cut to the side view. Look at that. Is there a first-person view? No, there probably should be, though. It wouldn't be particularly difficult to add. I'm sure it would be fairly motion sickness inducing. But it might be fun for a replay. Even if you just cut for, imagine they have like a GoPro mounted to like their forehead or something. That could be pretty cool. Okay. So when you clear all, right, that's what I was doing. Forgot what I was doing. Okay, look at this. So we made a level where you start like some ridiculous thing off, right? And then you say, oh, I'm done with this. I'm going to work on a new level. Clear level, clear all. There we go. Things are right back in the view. You haven't lost the gymnast. That's what we wanted. So that's fixed. Okay, let's fix the spotlights not working properly in replays. Now this should be quite simple. We're going to go here to our environment. No, our sets and the Odaiba location. Here we go. And then we're going to go find our spotlights. Here they are. There's two of them. I kind of think it might not be a bad idea to make these both a little bit brighter. Let's see how that goes. Wait, I don't necessarily want to make them farther. I might make them... Yeah, okay. So something like that. And these are just like a look at. So part of the problem is if you make a really big level, I bet. I wonder if they need to slide along with the gymnast a little bit. We're not going to worry about that right now. Instead, yeah, okay. So this has a kinematic script on it. But we also need a, what is it? Replay toggle scripts. And so we're saying during playback, we want to disable this look at script. So the way this works then is when you're playing the game, this kinematic script is recording the motion and the rotation that's happening. And the problem was that when we then go into the replay and we're playing the replay back, the replay system is setting the rotation for these, but this look at script is still active and still trying to track the gymnasts, which we want that to be disabled while the replay is playing. Now the only problem is I did this with two things selected, so we're gonna fix this. This one turns off this one. This one turns off this one. And okay. Cool. Okay. Right, and I may want to adjust these so that they also translate slightly. With the target. Because if I make a really big level here, then these guys will end up turning like this and trying to point at it, and they're going to be so far away, it won't light it up very well. I feel like I should do that while I'm here. So the simple way to do that would be to introduce some X movement. I mean, I wonder if... Yeah, okay. So we have a look at, Then we have another thing called chase transform, which might do what we need. Does it have an offset? No. That's overkill. What about, I think I have a script called fake parent. This could be what we want. This script just says like, hey, give them a different transform and claim it's your parent even though you're not actually parented to it. And we have an offset, both position and rotation we can apply. And that's it. It's like super simple. Kind of want something simpler than this, or something a little more specific than this, I think. Let's see, do I have any other? I'm trying to think if I have a script that already does something like this in the game before I reinvent the wheel. Yeah, let's just do this. We're going to make a thing called simple dolly to go along with our simple look at. This one is going to be very similar to simple look at, so let's kind of mirror its thing. We're going to have a thing called target, right? Okay, and then we're going to have a public vector3 track direction. Okay, this is going to default to heading to the right. And yeah. Or even we just do this simpler, like track. Yeah, track direction is fine. And then we're going to have private. Yeah, private. Do we want an offset? I think we want an offset. Track offset. Okay. Do we want this thing on a spring? Of course we do. So spring frequency would be like 20 to start, and then float spring damping, and this will be 1.0 as the default. So then we can have a private we can have a single value for this, right? M spring position, M spring velocity. Okay. And then we need a vector3, which is M origin, track origin. And we have the direction right here. Okay, so we need to set this on start. M track origin equals transform dot position. And yeah, we're going to start at 0 on that thing. Now, let's go to our look at. Alright, we want similar logic to this. If we don't have a target, don't do anything. Otherwise, do some junk. Okay, so now what we want to do is find closest point on the track line. So we want to go to target equals target dot position minus m, or what is it, m track origin. So that's a line going from our target to our initial point, and we're going to project that onto our track. So we're going to say float d equals vector3 dot dot. Do a dot product between to target and our track direction. We should make sure the track direction is normalized. Okay, so D gives us our goal position, our goal distance along track direction. So now apply a spring. What did I call this? Is it in here? Yeah, okay. So we want to do what's the current position, which is m spring pause, and what's the current velocity, which is m spring vel. What's our target? That's d. What's our delta time? Just time dot delta time. And our frequency is the spring frequency we set, and our damper is the spring damping. So after this, spring pause and spring vel will be updated. So now we can say place ourselves. So transform dot position is equal to origin plus track direction times spring position. Okay, so that's going to go from the origin wherever we are along our line, and then we're going to add the offset. Okay. Anything else I need to do for this? I feel like that's the gist of it. So the way this would work then is we would say these spotlights, we don't want them to move up or down or in and out on the scene. We just want them to move along the x-axis to track the target with some smoothing. So now we're going to add our simple dolly onto these. And they're going to move to the right. Then they're going to have an offset. So this one has an offset of -10 units. This one has an offset of +10 units. I'm going to leave the rest of these values the way they are, and then we already have a helper script up here which knows how to set the targets. So we're going to give it our simple dollies, right, like that, and just do a cheesy secondary loop here, right, which goes like this. And then d.target is the same thing. Okay. Alright, now we got to go back here after this compiles. And we want to make sure that we're also disabling those scripts in the replay as well. Like that. And like that. Then we need to give this thing references to our dollies. 1, 2. Save all that. Come out. Okay. Now let's load up a level in Odaiba, which we made one earlier, or we set one to be that, like this. Okay, we've got spotlights. They're tracking along. Now let's pause, turn off maximize on play, and let's go look at these lights. Where are they? Turn on the gizmos. There they are. Okay, there's one here. And there's one here. Like that. And let's see if they're actually doing their job. They are sliding along, which is cool. If I reset here. Okay, the replay looks like it's working as well, so that's cool. Let's replay this level again. There they are. So these are now kind of magical spotlights that not only rotate to look at the gymnast, but they also track along with it. Which is not realistic, but is helping with the general effect. There we go. Cool. And they still are kind of locked into position vertically. Right, so they're generally pointing down unless the level is really high in sort of like altitude. Now let's go in the replay editor. Look at this. This looks like we've got a proper replay of our lights here. Yeah, cool. Nice. Kind of looks the coolest when you're down here near the ground. You can see there's two shadows, one from each spotlight. Looks cool. Alright. Spotlight replays are fixed, and I also made them work a little better. Let's see. What else? Got anything else that's... Yeah, gotta do all that stuff. Okay, here's a quick one. Today's sort of like small task cleanup day, so I'm choosing to skip over some items on my list that are a little bigger. They'll take a little longer. I'll do those next time. But I've got one here, which is pretty simple, which is my parallel bars. And so parallel bars and the mats in the game cannot collide with one another right now. So if I were to do this, oh wait a minute, they can? Wait a minute. Really? Hang on. So is it just... Let me maximize this so it's a little more enjoyable to watch. So is the problem just that when you're holding on to it? Why is that? Interesting. So I can really break this, like if I let go right now and yeah, turn on collision between those. Am I like changing the layer? Let's go look at this. So the P-bars. They're set to the no collision layer. I'm sure there's a reason I'm doing that. What would be the super smart reason I am doing that? Let's go look at this. Is it because I don't want them to collide with each other? think that's what it was. Let's go back and look at this. So here I gave myself this no collision layer. Right. The reason for this is parallel bars are made out of multiple parts. They're connected with joints, so they don't collide with each other. But when the hand connects to one of them, they're on a layer that can collide with the hand, so that we can detect when the hand touches it, and then when the hand touches it, we connect them with the joint. The joint is only with one piece, and so if the hand is near the edge of one, it was colliding with the other piece. And I fixed that simply by saying if anything is being grabbed, we swap the whole thing over to this no collision layer. Maybe we don't, maybe we can keep this simple. Do I have a layer that would work better? Interactable no gymnast. That's probably the one I want. 14. Let's try that. So let's test this. I'm going to go into a level here. We will add parallel bars. Add another bar right here. Okay. Now, let's go to this parallel bars and imagine that I have switched this 11 to be a 14. Right, 14, interactable, no gymnast. Okay, so now, when I grab onto this, okay, I can still grab onto it, I can let go, I can grab on again, and can I be, that actually looks like I'm right on. Yeah, so here I should be having a problem if the collision problem, but I'm not, which is good. We can look at it like this. Yeah, okay, so that still works. And now this should be the case that a mat will collide with it normally, which it does, and if I grab onto it, can I do this? There. The mat is still colliding with the bars, which is what we want. Grab somewhere else to test. Oh, okay. Let's try this again. Let's kick the mat up. Throw our arms over here. And it's still colliding with it. Cool. Okay. Alright, cool. That turned out to be a simple fix then. I can just put a better layer choice there. So we can go to parallel bars. We can make this official by setting it on the prefab and doing assets, build asset bundles. So that gets saved in our asset bundle. Mark that off. Okay. Any other little kind of simple changes? Yeah, I think I have a bug. With bamboo. This should be pretty straightforward fix. So let's check it. Also, this one could be good to get in today. Okay. Alright, so the bamboo bar, this one, has a thing where you can set it to be kind of pre-flexed at the beginning of the level, like this. And I think I had a bug. Maybe not actually. This prop is probably the one I'm kind of least satisfied with the physics on at the moment. It ends up being kind of this thing where you're sort of constantly just sort of vaguely flopping around like this, and you don't get a lot of like interesting action out of it. I have some levels that currently use it, so if I change the physics of it, I'm going to break those levels, but I don't mind that necessarily. I really should come back and work on these. I think they just need to be a lot stronger. I think more rigid. Because right now they're just like, they kind of just work as like a damper, like they kind of kill momentum. Yeah, I need to think about how I want these to actually work, if I want to make a change or not. They make for some interesting level designs, but they're not super fun to try and build momentum or anything on. Which is kind of annoying. But they end up being used in a very similar use case all the time, which might be okay. I don't know. Okay, I'm going to have to keep an eye on that because that didn't look broken. If it is, it's maybe in a more subtle way, so I'll have to keep an eye on that. Okay, so let's try the head look thing. So one of the things I was noticing, is a good way to show this. Like, if I'm in the practice gym, for example, yeah, and when you kind of like arch your back like this, the head doesn't follow very much. And so like, let's see, what's the example would be like here. I come up, I flip around, and then I arch. And the gymnast doesn't really look like they're looking where their arms are headed. I really noticed it today, like, for example here, if I just want to do flip up and then arch around and look at that lower bar, it looks like she's looking at the ground instead of the bar. So I think I want to add a little bit of a little more head look when your arms are up high. Probably not too much, because I've had the physics fairly fixed on the gymnast for a while now, and any major change feels a little scary. But the way I can do that is over here in the joint maps. So what we have here is this is how the left stick maps to the shoulder. This is how the left stick maps to the waist. This is how the right stick maps to the stomach. This is how the left stick maps to the neck. This is the one I'm thinking of here. And so the input signal is the stick angle. So this thing should be going from negative, well, it goes from roughly negative 90 to positive 150. If I remember correctly, I have these tuned so that that's to the left. So the max, yeah. So it looks like from, where is this? From 112 to 155, we're tilting the neck 45 degrees. Now let's look at these shoulders. So this last little bit from 135 to 155, we have like an extra like shoulder extension from 135. So let's go back here. Let's look at the neck. This one. And let's consider, let's add in a key. Put it at 135. Okay. And then like I wonder if we want to do this. And then bump this up to like 60 degrees or something. And so we could say, oh, well, we'll go up to like 40 degrees. We'll kind of plateau there. But then if you really arch, we're going to angle the head more. Let's try that. That script is like the main control script of the game that defines what input angles on the controller correspond to what target angles on the joints of the gymnast. So now you can see, in theory, when I throw my arms back, they're looking up a little more, maybe? Maybe. I wonder if I have a limit on that joint, though. Probably could even be looking down more here, in this case as well. Because that's as far as we look down. It's not very much. Okay, while this is running, let's look at it. Where's our gymnast? Right here. So, let's just make sure this is actually doing something. So what's this down here? Negative 35. So what if we set this to be like, yeah, like negative 60. So now, we should get a little more head down. Yeah, during the flip. That could probably be even a little more. Here. Like, I don't know if I let the thing go this far. I may have a limit on this joint. I don't feel like that changed too much. Looks better though. So we may need to go look at the that's nice though. See, look at that. Watch, the head turns up more now. And then if we really throw the arms back, yeah, probably should be a little more, but okay. So what did we have this set at now? Neck, 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 neck. So we had it going to negative 75 and all the way up to 60. Now let's go look at the joints themselves, which are going to be down here somewhere. We're going to want to change this for the single stick controls as well. Here are the joints themselves. But this doesn't have the limits. This is just the strength. So we need to go here to the torso and find the head joint, which was this one. And do we have limits? We do. And they're too small. So let's make this go from negative 70 to 70. Okay, now let's go back here and set the main game controller here in the next script. And we're going to bring these in So that was a little bit of a placebo. These weren't changing very much to like negative 60. So from negative 60 to 60 now. And then while we're here, let's also set the single stick controls. Neck. So this would be, ooh, actually, we're gonna go, can I don't have that, never mind. Go here. Yeah, I want to copy and paste this. So we're gonna go up here, find our neck. Well, let's get it right first, and then we'll copy it over. Okay. So, give ourselves a bar here. All right, we should see now that we're capable of, yeah, tilting more down. Look at that. So the tuck is a little tighter. Okay, and then yeah, looking a little better there. Yeah, there you can see it. So from arms target straight up to arms target back, the head is turning. Should actually allow a slightly tighter tuck than was possible before. Can I pull another one out? Nice. Oh. Nice recovery. The thing I was noticing is that I think that the gymnasts are grabbing the bar slightly too narrow. Like if we look here, this is turn off the gizmos. It's just a little narrow. Kind of wish I was grabbing just the tiniest bit wider. But kind of liking those changes. So I'm going to go over here, find that neck one. We're gonna claim that that's a new preset just because I want to copy it down here to this one. Okay. All right. And yeah, where's the grab stuff? I think it's on here. No, it's on the avatar. Here. Right here. Free arm width is 0.2 and grab is 0.12. So let's make this 0.14. Okay, let's have a look at that. Can you one hand catch? No, you can't. I mean, one thing to sort of realize with the game is that, let's see, does that look better? I think that looks better, right? That seems better. We should test it on the male avatar as well. But one thing to realize with the game is that the physics are completely 2D. Yeah, so like if you look here at the, where is it? The gymnast, and I turn on gizmos, you can see like, see those red objects there? That's the actual simulated physical gymnast. There's really only one arm and one leg. and I'm using the sort of 2D simulation of the gymnast there, see, to produce a pose for the 3D gymnast. Which, yeah, basically means like, there isn't actually an awareness as far as the physics are concerned of 2 arms or 2 legs, which is why the gymnast always has sort of perfect form with their legs. I mean, I could add in a thing just purely visual to give a little variance between them, between the legs and the arms, but it wouldn't be representing any kind of actual simulation. A one-handed could give you longer reach. Oh, right, because you can extend your shoulder. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And being able to do things like those one-armed giants and stuff would be quite cool. Right, I can see how that would essentially allow your arm to stretch a little bit. I'm not quite sure from an input point of view how to handle that. The game's already got probably more controls than it should. That is an interesting idea. One example that's kind of fun to look at of how let's see, like of how the posing looks is kind of cool. Is I have actually one of the things I'm going to do probably tomorrow, or not tomorrow, maybe Monday or the next day, is I'm going to add in another prop like this, but these are rings, and you can see here that I'm doing some rotation and stuff on the rings to kind of make the wrists somewhat make sense. But they're always perfectly in line with each other, and when you let go, they stay together because they need to be one object from the simulation's point of view, so you can't get the 2 rings to fly off and swing in different directions. But rings are different than a bar because your body can pass through the center like that, which is kind of cool. I need a rigid rings, like rings on a wire that doesn't stretch instead of these weird bungee rings. Just because it feels like the game, deserves that prop just for completeness sake. So I'm going to add that in probably sometime next week. I got to finish adding props to the game because I'm trying to finish up the levels, and if you add props, then you should use them. Okay. So we got the head look adjusted. I think that looks pretty good. Is there trampolines? There are trampolines. Because the game is mostly about swinging and grabbing onto sort of bars or bar-like objects. The trampolines, you can't land on your feet and just bounce up and down on them. Here's a trampoline. If you try to do that, you sort of flop around like that. Kind of if you land on your butt, you can sort of treat them like an actual trampoline, but keeping your balance up is very difficult, and they're not really, they're not the core of the game. So they end up getting used more as a fun rebound object. You could go up like this and then give you